Men don't necessarily fall for other women. Men fall for who they got to be when they were with that other one.
Ooh.
You understand what I'm saying to you? She allowed him to feel something, right? That ache. Does that just he doesn't really care about her. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So he's not falling for that woman. I know it's probably hard for some people to embrace, but he's not falling for the old woman. He's falling for who he got, the version of himself he got to be and feel that sometimes he can't communicate to his wife with this side chick. Because watch this, she doesn't share his bills, his bed, right? His home, his raising of his children, his job. She has no other connections to him, but she tapped into, and he allowed himself to jump into a space with her that had nothing to do, right? Necessarily with her, like you badder than my wife. No, no, no. It wasn't that. It was this is how you made me feel.
Yes. Oh, that is so good. Yeah, because there's people who will step out and the wife will see the person that he stepped out with, and she's like, I look way better than her. She was built like SpongeBob. But she made him feel like $1 million. Feel like he owned a Krabby Patty, so you know what I'm saying?
This is true. This is true. It was who he got to be. The question for the men is, what did you stop doing in your life before this situation where that feeling was no longer there?
Mm,
Because you had it before, because you know it, because this person made you feel it. So why don't you ask your wife for this? And it could be nothing physical. What do you feel like? It could be listening, John. Listen. It could be I heard you. It could be her saying I see you. It could be her saying, hey, listen, I know you got it. I trust you. This decision that we had to make, I got you. Now, this woman, she's having this conversation with him. She's like, oh, I know you can do anything. But that's not his wife. But she told him, I see the cape
mm.
on your back. You are Superman. And so he goes home, and if he has to deal with somebody who doesn't see him, okay, sometimes you have to ask, or people go, I shouldn't have to ask for nothing. Yes, you should, because you are married. So this person has to be able to have the emotional, spiritual, mental, right, capacity and capital for you to be able to have hard conversations and say, here's what I need, and vice versa. That person needs to be able to say that to you within reason, not for me to be everything to you, but to tell you that these are the things that I need. And if I go scriptural, husbands, love your wives. Wives, honor your husbands. Here's the thing, Sean, I don't want people to miss in that text. It doesn't say love your wife if she does these things, and it doesn't say honor your husband if he does these things. The command is if you do these things, then God puts his stamp on these things, and now we get to move in this in the way that God says, oh, I approve of this. I approve this message, right? Because we're moving in what God has ordained for us to do, and not something that we say, well, if you don't. So it can never come across as a threat. It's got to come across as this is what I need. Husbands need to learn. What does it look like to love her? That means I got to be a lamb sometimes. That means I got to be soft sometimes, right? And then she has to ask herself, what does it look like to love him? Sometimes I got to tell him, I understand what you're saying. And she could be thinking, I really need him to get this right, but I'm getting ready to pump this brother up right now, right? Having nothing to do with anything physical, because Sean, we're built for that. If you tell us we can do something, man, we will try to knock the world down to get to it. If that woman believes in you, you will do almost anything to make that happen. I got you.
Mm.
So those are the conversations that we need to have. But it's about how she made him feel, not that he loved her.
Right.